How are you guys? I hope you're well. Welcome to day 3. My apologies for being late. As I was mentioning before, I got cut off. They just Zoom overnight just changed the functionality to be able to share Zoom into Facebook groups. So we've had to have that all fixed, and I've just had to do a temporary setup. So this is the sort of stuff that happens when you're leveling up, by the way, is that there's a whole heap of stuff that that goes crashing down, and you've just got to weather the storm, and you've just got to remain calm under pressure. So guys, welcome to day 3. Today it's going to be a practical session because I'm going to be talking to you about how to build your business, what your daily method of operation should be when you are building your business. And herein lies the problem, if I can just say, because a lot of people are just busy being busy. A lot of people think that they should be doing more than what I'm going to be showing you today. And the key thing is that you don't. You don't need to do more. If you're not earning income on a regular basis, if you are not achieving the goals that you want to achieve, the thing that you need to master are the 5 things that I'm going to speak to you about today. Because so many people want to achieve big things, and they come to me and they say, listen, I'm barely making $100 a month. I'm working really hard. I'm barely making $300 a month, and I'm not getting support at home, etc., etc. I immediately think to myself, well, either number 1, they're not managing their time properly, or number 2 is they're not doing the things that they should be doing. Because so many people fall into the trap that they start implementing a system and they're not patient enough to be able to see the system all the way through and let it live the potential, and for you to master the skill set. The key thing to success is mastery of skill. And people just don't understand this. They want to make money, but they're not patient enough. You see, just because you have a business doesn't mean you automatically earn as a business straight away. There's a thing called know, like, trust. It's a currency on which people decide whether they want to buy from you. And if you've never had a business before, or you barely show up and showcase who you are and what you stand for, if you haven't built that trust factor in your audience, or if you are notoriously known for someone that starts something and gives up, don't expect your warm market to just buy from you. I mean, that I just want to firstly, to take that pressure off you to think that, there's something wrong with you. But number 2, I also want you to remove that expectation from your market, because that's simply not true. They're not going to buy from you simply because they're your friends or because, they've known you for a long time. Some will, but don't expect that, right? And it's okay if your friends don't buy from you. Just show them, okay? So the key thing is that you only do these things. And I say that to my coaching clients, like, please get really good at these skill sets before you start adding anything more. Like, I have people come to me and say, hey, should I be looking at funnels? Should I be looking at automation? Should I be, doing this? And I'm going, no, I want you to get really good at these skills, because these 5 skills are the thing that are going to help you to build your business and make money. And how do you make money? By impacting people. Now, if you are doing more than this, then that explains a lot about why you are not where you want to be. Okay. Now, if you're saying to me, but I'm doing all these things, if you genuinely are doing all these things, firstly, how long have you been doing these things? And number 2, what else are you doing? Because at the end of the day, if you're doing these things and only these things, then you should be making money if you've been doing it for at least 6 to 12 months. I mean, seriously, you need to give yourself a full 12 months with one system. Like, go all in before you start even expecting money. Most companies out there, right? Like franchises, for example, they don't make a profit in the first 5 years. Most brick and mortars don't achieve the results or turn a profit in the first 10 years. The problem that we have with network marketing, direct sales, and even starting a business online, coaching businesses, anything like that, is that because it's a low startup, people have this unrealistic expectation that they can do little and earn more. And whilst that does happen over time, you need to build up a reputation of consistency. You need to build up a reputation that you are trustworthy, and you need to build up a reputation of someone that can genuinely help people. And if you don't have that, then you are asking way too much from your audience. And so herein lies the thing. I'm going to teach you the things that you need to be doing in your business. Now, you either need to, laser in on these 5 things, remove things that you shouldn't be doing, and commit, like seriously commit for 6 to 12 months with this one system. And I'll tell you why. Because if you do this every single day, well, that's what's changed my life. That's what's changed like hundreds of women's lives that I've helped to be able to start earning income, having their best months ever. I think of Banya Desmond, who I interviewed last week. She started using the system in July 2021. Fast forward to today, she is in the last 6 months, 4 times she's earned 5-figure months. And all she's done is this system. She's been patient and done the system every single day since. Seriously, Bonnie Harris had tried to rank up to her next level, which is the top 2% of her company, for 4 years. 4 years before we started coaching in October 2021. 9 months later, it literally only took her 9 months, she ranked up. Why? Because she implemented what I'm going to tell you today. She implemented this and did it every single day. I've got another client, Kate Higdon. When we first started working together, she had 70,000 followers. Now she has close to 750,000 in less than 2 years. Okay, this system works, guys. And by the way, her income is outrageous. Her personal volume is as much, if not more, than her entire group volume, which is huge. Okay, and this has all happened in the last 2 years. So I'm here to tell you that if you are patient enough with this system and you give it 6, 12, 18 months, 2 years, within 2 years, just like Kate, just like Walia, just like Bonnie, these are just 3 examples, your life's going to change too. I see one of my other coaching clients, Christine Olsen. She's from New Zealand, and Christine started working with me through our Altitude program, which is our group program, in January of last year. At that time, she was living in a house that, and she shares this in Unstoppable, where her entire family were living in one room, in one bedroom, okay? And they were literally living paycheck to paycheck. Fast forward to now, which is 18 months almost. Not only are they living on a house with incredible views, they've actually bought an empty block, 5-acre block, and they're putting investment properties on there. I'm just saying, she said my system has totally changed her life. And some of these results are really exceptional. But these are people that have committed to the process and have decided that this is not where they're going to stay. They're not going to stay where they are. So they've just committed to just get. So guys, if you're going to do my system, the only thing I ask is if you implement it over an extended period of time. Now, most people start using it and then they need me to hold them accountable and help them to, articulate their brand and social media strategies and all of that. And I can help you with all of that, but that's in my coaching. And I give all my secrets in my coaching. I give a lot out to the marketplace. And you know what? This system has helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women. I say thousands, right? And I'm on a mission to impact over 100,000. And I can confidently say that it's like $1 million blueprint because it has helped so many people, right? If you were to collectively look at all their sales, etc. But this is a system that has helped me to achieve my results, okay? And it's helped to achieve quite a few people to go to the next level, achieve the life of their dreams. I've given you 4 examples just there. So it's a system that works. I'm going to go over it on my whiteboard. I apologize again for being late, but this is what happens when you're leveling up, right? Okay, so we're going by the legacy 3-step system. Okay, just want to make sure, can you guys see that? Or I need to switch it around. Switch it around. Nope, that's not it. Hang on, let me just, boop, 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 boop. That's it. I still got it. Okay, there we go. Now you can see it. I was looking going, that's backwards. Okay, so first part of the system is your branding framework. Now, just a little bit of a side note, I'm going to be coming out with a branding program, which I'm going to be talking about next week. I'm only going to be doing this twice a year. It's a 3-month program, and the reason why I'm doing this is because one of the biggest problems that I see with women building businesses is they don't know what their messaging is. They don't know how to set up their social media as a storefront ready to start a business and build it like a business, and they don't know how to post. They don't know how to put their messaging on posts. And coupled with that is, so not only I'm going to help people, and there'll be a one-on-one element to this program as well, because I really want to work with people who really want to take their branding to the next level in time for Black Friday and Cyber Monday this year. Because what I will give in this 3-month program is all about branding. There's not going to be anything about new conversations, follow-up, or anything like that. It's purely about branding and social media and getting people up and going, and you'll get social media assets. So I'll come out with that next week. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of people really struggle with this, which is how to actually get their social media strategy and their branding together, right? So this is called the Power of 5. That is my system, right? That is my system of branding, okay? So this is how I teach my coaching clients how to actually build their branding strategy. So number 1, what I want you to do is I want you to think of the 5 things that make you you, right? That get you excited, 5 of your values, 5 of, the 5 things that you love talking about, right? So for me, the 5 things that I like talking about are my family, health and wellness, my faith, women's empowerment, and leadership, which includes, building a business. So these are things that make me me. At the moment, my health and wellness pillar is suffering a little bit because I just had a knee surgery. So, like for me, I can't show you that. Normally I show people that I'm running and I'm running races because I love doing marathon racing and distance racing. But in the back end of this year, you'll see me doing a lot more of strength training and strengthening my core. But these are the things that I like speaking about. So the key thing is that what you do is then, when you've got your framework, and what I get my coaching clients to do is to laminate this, is to list your 5, right? 1, 2, 3. So whatever that is, so family, faith, right? Health and wellness, women's empowerment and leadership. And then you ask, like, how am I going to show family this week? Well, I'm going to do a thing on Georgie. I put up a quote about God a couple of days ago this week. Health and wellness, I might actually do like where I'm out going for a walk, right? Women's empowerment, I've actually done a reel yesterday as well, and I also, I'll be doing a post, maybe a client testimonial, and then at the start of the week, I actually showed how to, I gave 3 tips, right? And what I get my clients to do is I want them to always check, is this educational, is this motivational, is this inspirational? And the reason why I say this is because by checking that it's educational, motivational, inspirational, nowhere have I said that it's a sales post. Nowhere have I said, hey, go, is it a sales post? I still see so many sales posts on social media. the mind boggles and my head wants to explode. I just want to say that, right? Because people don't come onto social media to be sold to. People come onto social media to be educated, motivated, and inspired. And this is part of the branding program that I'm going to be launching next week. Is I want to teach women this, that you can't go on social media and whack on your sales post and think that people are going to buy. They just don't work. They do not work, right? So you laminate, you complete this every single week to give you a framework and something to work on every single week, so you know what you're going to be posting. The reason why, apart from the fact that it will give you an idea of what you're going to be posting, is, and pay attention guys, professionals plan. People want to build six-figure incomes, and yet they wing their social media. Like, they'll treat it on a day-by-day basis, and they'll just, they don't pay attention to what they're saying. Coupled with that, now this is really important, you're only meant to be posting maximum twice a day. And in between each post, there should be around about 3 to 4 hours. I see far too many people posting one, and then 40 minutes later, another one, and then 40 minutes later, another one, and another one, and another one. Now, let me tell you what happens when you do that. If you post more than 2 times a day, Facebook will see you as a spammer. Facebook will see you as a spammer. Instagram, I think you can get away with about 3 or 4, but it has to be a variety of things, okay? But if you are on Facebook and you're posting 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, you'll probably get maybe 1 or 2, 3, and it's going to be probably the same people, but you will not have reach. In fact, your post will be pushed all the way down because Facebook will see you as a spammer. Do you see how... if you're posting that many times, you're treating your social media like a social media account. To build a business, number one, you need to be intentional with your messaging. Like, what do you want to say to your audience today? What would you like for them to know about you? How will you show them that you can help them? Why should they stop and read or listen to you? They've got billions of posts on social media. Why should your post be the one that people stop on? Why should people buy from you? Like, these are questions that you should be asking every single time that you post. You go, you know what? How is this going to help my people move? How is this going to help people build know, like, trust in me? If you're really wanting to build a business like a business, these are the questions that you should be asking. But so many people just post stuff that is just nonsensical and makes no sense according to their brand, according to their business, according to they are. And so they don't get traction. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing this, because I really want to educate people about what it really takes to build a brand, to stand out, to have people follow you, to build know, like, trust, to have people understand who you are, what you stand for. So then when you have a conversation with them about your product, the decision is a no-brainer. That's how it should be, that by the time you're starting to have a conversation, you don't have to build the know, like, trust. It's already there. But people don't pay enough attention in building the know, like, trust. And then they wonder why in Messenger, they're struggling to close. And this is, honestly, if you follow my framework, not only will you be posting consistency and building that know, like, trust, people will get to know you, people will get to like you, people will get to trust you. And you really need to understand that this is so important. Your business is built. This is part 1. This is why it's at the very beginning of my framework. This is the first step on social media. This is what people know about you. This is what they see. So you go into Messenger and you're posting like 10 times a day, or you're not posting at all. And then people go, hang on a minute, who are you? I'm not confident that you're going to be able to help me, because you haven't shown who you are, what you stand for, or how you're going to help them. Over time, do you know that there is a stat, and I'm pretty sure it's Amazon, that they have that it takes on average about 25 exposures per transaction for their clients to buy. 25 exposures online. This is right. It's not the same if it's in person, because obviously in person there is like you're seeing someone, you can have that conversation. However, try and do that one-on-one in person with every single time. You're going to build slow. You may close more, but you'll build slower. Online, you get greater reach with one post. And so people miss that, is that you're online, you are attracting not only your network, but strangers. And you're wanting people who you barely know you to hand over their hard-earned cash simply because you put up a really nice post about your cat. And it just doesn't work that way. When you meet people for the first time in this day and age, the very first thing they're going to do is they're going to check your social media. They're going to check your social media. They're going to want to know what it is that you do, right? Who do you stand for? What do you stand for? What are you about? Are you someone that I should connect with? And so this is really important for you to understand that your social media, the success of your business starts with your messaging. The success of your business starts with your branding. The success of your business starts with how you convey your message, what you stand for, your values out on social media. And if you haven't been placing importance on your social media, this is your homework. I want you to, I'm going to be putting this up again. I want you to download this. I want you to pick your 5, and I want you to stick to it and implement every single day. Now post once a day. Once a day. Don't go posting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to post once and make that your best post for the day. And I want you to build that consistency muscle. You see, success is the sum of small efforts. And so I don't want you to be posting twice a day if you haven't got your messaging right. I want you to be posting once a day and make that your best post. And I want you to build that consistency muscle. I want you to get comfortable with sharing your messaging. And I want you to get good at how you are sharing your story, client testimonial, anything like that. I want you to really work it. And you see, when I start telling people this, they start realizing why they're not having success. You see, this is the sort of stuff that's taken me 8 years to build. And people want my results, and then they realize, holy moly, I now know the gap. And so know that you can get there too, but you have to have a day one where you start treating your brand as your $1 million blueprint. Just like your social media should be your $1 million piece of real estate that you have there, your branding is your $1 million blueprint. This is what sits on your social media as your storefront 24/7. And if you're on there complaining or just talking about nothing that means nothing about nothing, and it doesn't really mean anything about your brand, that's the reason why you're having patchy results or 0 results. Hello, Nikki Hayward. I love you, girl, right? And so just know that if you start using this every single day and you start implementing and just master how to get your message out on social media, results will start happening. Okay, so that's number 1. Okay, number 2 is your daily method of operation. So we're looking at the second piece now, right? This is very easy, guys. So by the way, you do part 1 once a week. I do this on a Sunday. I literally grab a cup of tea. I sit down, I map out my week. It takes me no more than an hour, usually about 45 minutes, and then I'm done. Okay? If you come into my coaching world, I'll explain to you exactly how I do it. Your daily method of operation. Okay. Oh, look at my man. He brings me a cup of tea. Thank you. Cup of tea done. Thanks, honey. Okay, number 1, personal development. Why do you need to do personal development? I think I spoke about this yesterday. You need to be doing this because the mindset that you have today is not going to be the mindset that's going to take you to your next level. Not a lot of people place importance on sharpening this or on, building that mindset mastery, because as you come into building a business, you'll have limiting beliefs. You'll tell yourself stories about why people aren't responding to you or why you're not having success. You'll have days where you just don't feel like it. When you start doing personal development, and when you come into my world, I'll teach you. I did a gangster session yesterday in my altitude, and I tell you, everyone had breakthroughs. And I'm not saying that to brag, but they really understood. They understood this. And June for us in altitude and in excellence and mastery, which is my one-on-one program, is all around mastering the skill sets. Just keep going, June, because in July we're accelerating. We're doing a jump start and acceleration. But I really told them what they needed to do this month, right, to set them up for July. And so when you start understanding that your personal development will have a huge component to the success of your business, because 90% of the journey is what's in here, okay? And so, so number one is personal development. Now, if you've not been doing this on a consistent basis, I recommend 15 to 30 minutes. And the reason why I say that is because, again, what I want you to do is to get good at doing this. And I want you to get good at doing this every day. See, you're not going to be able to do this good if I say to you spend 45 minutes in an hour. I'm going to overwhelm you. Rather, I'd want you to take bite-sized efforts and do 15 minutes. I'd rather you do 15 minutes, but not just any 15 minutes. If you go back to yesterday's training, you'll learn my system. You need to ace your day, okay? So when you do your personal development, you ace it. You ace your personal development. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, every single day. The idea behind this, I just want you to build that muscle. I just want you to just understand that you need to be doing this every day, okay? So that's number one. Number two, you need to be doing new conversations. And when I say new conversations, guys, we're talking about building a business, not social media. New conversations in my world means, hey, are you open to having a look at this? New conversations is not, hey, g'day, how are you? Okay, that's not what new conversations is. For me, when I put new conversations, if you're in my business coaching program or in my, altitude or anything, we automatically know that new conversations is about asking people if they're open to our product, service, or opportunity. That's what that means, okay? And so it's really important to understand the distinction. You need to be doing this every day. Like if you're not asking people if they're open to your product, service, or opportunity, you don't have a business. You don't have a business. If you're not doing this every day, you do not have a business. You have a very expensive hobby. This one and this one, new conversations and follow-up and close. Woo! Right? This is what's going to make you the money. So 80% of your DMO has to be spent here. 80% of your DMO has to be spent in these two areas. So if you have an hour a day and that's all you have, which is plenty, by the way, if you do these things consistently, it's plenty. But when I say if you do this consistently, nowhere in my DMO do I say scrolling or having endless chats with friends about nothing. I mean doing 5 things and 5 things only, and that's it. Okay? So new conversations, asking people if they're open to their product, service, or opportunity, follow up and close, following up with people that you've already exposed your coaching program, your service-based bit, your network marketing, direct sales, whatever, and asking the closing question. I encourage my coaching clients to ask at least one closing question every single day. If you're not closing, you're not going to make bank. The goal every day is to make bank. You need to aim to get paid every day, okay? You want to get paid every day. You're not going to get paid every day if you're not asking. You're not asking for the sale, you're not going to get paid, okay? So that's something. So number 4 is your social media, which we already spoke about in terms of branding, but you need to be putting on Social media, why? Because social media are your lead magnets. You need to see your social media as not your social media profile. These are your lead generation activities. This is how you're going to generate leads, which is why you need to place so much importance on your social media so you can generate leads. Okay, so that's number 5. And then number 4. And then number 5 is expand your network. Sorry guys for my writing. Hope you can see that. Expand your network. Yes, you can. Okay. Why do you need to expand your network? Because if you just limit your network to just what you have, you're going to cap your growth. So every single day you need to make the effort to make new friends. And at the same time, remove people that are stagnant. Like they don't comment, you've sent them messages, they don't respond, all of this sort of stuff. Okay, so that is really, really important. Now, guys, if you just do these 5 things, that's it. That's all you need to do every single day. And if you have 1 hour, 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes will be here. Well, actually 40 minutes here, right? And then you'd have 15 minutes here and send like 2 to 5 new friends and post. Like you could easily do an hour's work between those 5 things. That's all you need to do every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, right? Nowhere there has it says scrolling, chatting to friends about not what, or just comparing or anything like that. You do hardcore these 5 things every single day, and you give yourself 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, your business is going to look very different. Okay? Now that I've explained that to you guys, I want everyone that's watching on the live, thank you for watching, by the way, guys. Has this been a bit of an eye-opener for you guys? Has this opened your eyes to maybe why you haven't been achieving the results that you want, or you're not achieving the results that you are looking for? Because I hope so. I hope so. Okay? And then the last piece, and I believe this is the most important, is the life compass. Okay? And the reason why is because a lot of people that come into my world, they don't understand how to build their business around their life, around their family, right? Okay? So if you hardcore stick to the things that I give you here, you will not neglect your family and you will not neglect your priorities. And so when you come into my world, one of the first things I get people to do is I get them to do a goal setting sheet, but I also get them to time block. I get them to list all their priorities in their life, which should include like your family and all your commitments, and put them onto a calendar, because building a business will require effort. Like you need to make it a priority, but you can't drop the ball on your family or yourself, which is why I made the life compass, right? So number 1 for me is prayer and gratitude. Now, if you're not someone of faith, do gratitude, affirmations, meditation, whatever it is for you, right? You don't necessarily have to be someone of faith to do this system, but I encourage people to spend, like I spend at least half an hour, gratitudes, prayer, meditation, affirmations, right? And then I jump into the shower, have a cold shower as well. Like that, this helps me to, to regulate my nervous system. And then, number 2 is every single day I move my body. Like move your body, even if it's like 10 minutes, guys. I don't care. 10 minutes of intentional movement. Get out into nature, walk, do something, right? Number 3 is spend time with self. So aside from this, I want you to just spend time with yourself, like even just 10 minutes, and just decompress, turn off the phone, no TV, and just be still, okay? One of the key things that you need to do if you want to build a big business, like for those of you who have aspirations to build 6 and 7 figure businesses, this is going to be really important, because as you go bigger, there's going to be so much noise. And there are going to be competing priorities. People are going to be coming at you from all everywhere, and you're just going to have so much going on in your head, and you need to decompress. So 10 minutes a day minimum. Just go, what I do, go and lie on the couch. I just go like in the couch and just, or I go stand outside, I take off my shoes and I just connect with nature, right? And this is, spend time with your significant other. So that could be like your spouse, it could be your flatmate, it could be boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever, whoever, best friend if you live by yourself. Who's just spend time with someone that you can have a conversation with. Turn off the phone, FaceTime, like be present. And the reason why is because you know what? Building a business is lonely, but also takes time, and it's really, really good to connect with other people. I have a good friend, Denny Hunt. She was on here before, and we make it a rule that we either touch base via Messenger at least once a week, or we get on the phone and just have a conversation every single week, just so I can just connect with a friend and just have a conversation about whatnot. We don't, even though we're in the online space, we don't talk about that. We just talk about what's happening with, her dogs, the babies, Georgie and Alfie. She's in the UK. I'm going to see in September. Just whatnot. This is really good for the soul. Of course, you've got to be really selective about who you spend time with. I mean, I'm really strict about who I allow into my inner circle to have those kinds of conversations. I'm really, really particular about that because I keep my circle tight, and I keep my circle tight for a reason, because this is another training in itself, but your environment has a huge effect on your success. And who you surround yourself with, who you allow into your circle, who you speak to about stuff, plays a huge role in who you become. Okay, and then number 5 is, for me, spend time with the kids, fur babies. If you don't have fur babies and you don't have children, grandkids. If you don't have grandkids, maybe your next door neighbor, maybe go to the gym, go and play a sport, something, do something, right? And the reason why I say to people to do this is because this is what's going to keep you balanced. This is so important because this is what's going to feed your soul. This is what's going to feed your energy. So you see, my system is about building a business. It's about building a brand, but it's also about helping you to remain balanced and helping you to get to connected, especially if you're fighting for your family, right? If you're fighting for your family, it's going to get you stay connected to the very thing that you're fighting for. The one thing that I see far too many people do is they build a business and then they're constantly on their phone and they're not present. Turn the phone off, guys. Like, seriously, be disciplined. You have to build disciplines and to spend time with the very people that you're fighting for, including yourself. Okay, give back to yourself, because that way you can go out and serve more people. So guys, that is my 3-step system. That's what's helped many hundreds and hundreds of women to be able to achieve success. If you just implement this into your life and make it a forever thing, make it a system that you can get behind and live by and implement, honestly, your life's going to change. You're going to be more disciplined in approaching your business and your life, but also you're going to know exactly what you need to be doing. You don't need to do more than this. If you're doing more than this, and by the way, when I say 15 to 30 minutes, that time is for people who have not been doing personal development over a long period of time. One of the biggest mistakes that I see with people, I just really want to bring this to your attention, is they go on to Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom, thinking that they're building a business. You're not. You're just being a good student. Okay? Going on Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom is actually a form of procrastination. You need to be very, very particular about the trainings that you go on. 1 training a day. 1 training a day. See, 1. And then go do the work. And if you really want to hop onto another training, do this work first and then you can go on. Because this is what's going to make you the money. Going on to 5 trainings a day is not going to make you money. But this will. This will make you money. And so do all of that first, and then go watch the replay. Because honestly, if you can get used to getting uncomfortable when doing this work, you're going to have a successful business. But if you keep avoiding doing the very things that you need to be doing, you'll just keep funneling more and more money into your business, and then you'll start saying that it doesn't work. It's not. You're just avoiding the work. Okay? So guys, I hope that helps. I'm going to put this up there. Apologies again for the delay. Like every single day this week I've had tech problems, so I know this is the universe forcing me to really stay calm and collected. I'm leveling up right now, and but yes, I think we've fixed the problem. We just had a conversation with Zoom whilst I've been on here, so we will be back to the Zoom format tomorrow. But I hope you enjoyed today, and of course if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'll post this the system up as a separate file so you can have access to it straight away if you haven't started using it, and please feel free to ask any questions in the comments. All right, have a great day guys. Bye.